Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to another controversial view. Today we're going to be talking about Harold and Maude. Now, this is a 1971 film, the year I was born. And this is actually a first time watch for me. Joe, this is one of his favorite movies. So it was nice to be able to experience it with him as I watched it for the first time. We didn't necessarily mean for it to be a controversial view. We were just going to watch it. But then the controversy kind of speaks for itself. Now, I'm not going to get into a synopsis of this because I believe that this movie is an experience, and it's one of those things that needs to be experienced from start to finish without interruptions to kind of get the vibe of the film. But I will say what the controversy is. Now, this came out from Paramount, and apparently, according to Joe, this movie broke all kinds of barriers because this movie has two very big things, I guess, going against it at the time. And that would be the use of suicide in a film, and it's done quite a bit, and the difference in age between lovers. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm actually not going to say much about this film because I believe, this being one of Joe's favorite films, it would probably be better to hear from him. Now, what I will say is that this movie, Paramount actually censored the film before it came out and made the director take out a love scene. Um, still very surprising that I had never seen this because Ruth Gordon's in it, and I've always been a big fan of Ruth Gordon. My grandmother liked Ruth Gordon a lot. She, of course, was in Every Which Way But Loose, Any Which Way You Can, which I watched a lot when I was a kid. And she was also in Rosemary's Baby. Now, I've been a horror fan ever since I was a kid, but as I've said many times, I always liked to watch slasher movies. I was pretty much just a slasher movie fan, and I would watch something else every once in a while. Well, I watched Rosemary's Baby simply because Ruth Gordon was in the film. I always thought she was hysterically funny, and even in that movie, she makes you feel very comfortable. And if you've seen Rosemary's Baby, I think you get the hint of what I'm getting at. I don't want to give anything away in that one either, in case people haven't seen it. And then there was the Whatever Happened to Rosemary's Baby, which I do believe was a television movie. And I saw that when I was really young. Um, a weird kind of story. My father used to go and work out at this gym, and he would take me along. And I would sit there and kind of play on the stationary bike and watch TV because they had a television there. And that's actually where I saw Whatever Happened to Rosemary's Baby for the first time. They also used to have a Space Invaders machine. Used to play that every once in a while too because I am old. That should give you kind of a time frame of when all this happened. But getting back to Harold and Maude, um, Tom Skerritt is in this. He has a very small part. Look for him in it. I definitely recommend this one. It is a fantastic film. It will shock a little bit in certain parts, but the shock doesn't last long. At least it didn't for me. I kind of understood where the film is going, and this is a film that also has many layers to explore. So it's not just your typical on the surface type of film. So definitely check this one out. I thought it was great. Like I said, I'm still surprised I haven't seen it up until this point, but I'm glad I watched it now, and it will be a watch occasionally in the future. And don't forget to check out Joe's controversial view of Harold and Maude, one of his favorite, absolute favorite films. And he also did a four or more on Harold and Maude. Check that out too. If I remember, I'll try to link that video in the description box below. So if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.